Hello everyone. Welcome to another fun, hopefully controversial episode of Unfriendly Banter. After a small hiatus, we have Shravan, the resident Arsenal expert and opinion sharing right after the Carabao Cup final, which went 0-2 in favor of Manchester City. Without further ado, Shravan, mic is yours. Floor is yours. Go for it.
Well, first final in my new apartment, and I was really hoping to make it a good one. But as usual, just like how they've disappointed me for 21 years now, they've continued to disappoint. But really poor game, very very poor in terms of how I think. No, wait, let me take a step back. We started really well. We did have a lot of chances in the start, and then and I got don't understand. We kept Haaland silent for a long time. And I think his first touch
I think
in the opposition
full game
half.
silent.
No, no, his first touch in the opposition half was in the 25th of the second minute. So I felt like in the start we did show some cojones and actually played a little bit of football. But as usual, we suck at taking our chances to convert anything that is remotely resembling a goal, unless it comes from like a set piece at this point. Like it's just hard to say that we do anything else. But keeping that aside, I don't know what the fuck happened in the second half because it just didn't look like it was the same Arsenal. It looked like some fucking Oldham athletic dressed up in Arsenal jersey and came out to play. And Pep Guardiola just became mental. Some of his tactics were just something I'd never seen before. Playing four frontline players and completely blocking out our
From Pep.
midfielders and left back or full backs, and we deserved nothing from that game. We clearly looked like a team that wanted to celebrate but didn't want to put in the work to actually win the game.
Oh, that's a good one.
It looked like that. It also could just be down to the nerves that these guys had, where not one asshole has won anything in their career.
Nobody on the team
And you,
starting 11?
I mean, there are like Havertz has won the Champions League, Jesus has won stuff and all that.
Sorry.
Rice.
Mr. Rice has won the European whatever that league is, whichever third division
We are
league
not
that
trying
is.
to intentionally dig. That was a genuine
No,
question.
no, no. I'm just saying, like,
But I
it
guess
just looked like
yeah,
there's too much
go ahead.
pressure on the team. They just look like the occasion got the better of them, especially in the second half. Yeah, just fucking that Saka has figured out how to become irrelevant for some reason. Like, generally people go in the other direction. This fellow's gone in the complete opposite. Nani, as usual, just headless chicken runs here and there. Sorry. Before I finish, before you start, I have to call out Zubimendi because he's fucking annoying the crap out of me the way he plays right now. It is like initially when the season started, he looked really good and calm on the ball and all that. But I think the Premier League has found him out to be someone who cannot handle or sustain that pressure. So the minute you start putting some pressure on him, he loses composure, he gives away the ball. Fucker didn't even like realize, okay,
Yeah.
how the fuck do you concede 2 goals to the fucking left back? Like, that's what I don't get.
Because he's not a left back, but still.
Whatever, like, he played left back, right?
Yeah. But
And he's a
I guess,
fucking
like,
kid, dude.
I guess like I want to maybe like start off from the team sheet, right? Like, do you like hearing a lot about maybe one couple of people wrong here and there? What are you both of your thoughts on the team sheets, right? Like, did Arsenal get the team sheet right? I think there have been talks about. I mean, obviously, all of this in hindsight to Kepa's a mistake. Like, should Soraya have started, etc. Right? Let's maybe start with that.
I
Dude,
don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people said a lot of things about Kepa starting was like, oh, this is like the debacle of the century or some shit like that. It's okay. You can start anybody. Manchester City also started Old Trafford. A lot of managers do.
Old
this,
Trafford is
like, my head. Okay,
This is going in the
Trafford. I can't say Trafford without old, bro. So anyway, maybe I'm a closeted Manchester United fan, but they have all done this. Like, so many managers have done this, and so we're only talking about this simply because they didn't win it. And
it's in hindsight. Yeah, his mistake.
Yeah.
And
Kepa-
I think my immediate comparison would be Klopp, where he kept Kelleher in the cup game.
Kelleher,
He said this guy brought us to the final, so he deserves to be in the final. There's a human element here. Like, you can't just play like whatever.
I mean, even if keep aside Kepa's mistake also, right? Why did you concede the second goal? Why did you not score a goal? Like, why didn't you make it more competitive than it was? Yeah, you can blame Kepa all you want, dude, but he was not the reason why we lost.
Yeah.
We lost because we had no balls.
fans are scapegoating Kepa in order to protect all the other stars which they like Saka, like Gyökeres, like Havertz, like Rice, like what the fuck did Rice do all game long when there were like 4 people are in front? You couldn't
Yeah.
come into the middle and take the ball and go do something. How are you
Dude,
even in the Ballon
how
d'Or
much will you
shouts or
keep
like the
blaming
Premier League
Rice?
Player of the Year if you can't come
Most
back
likely.
and
Go for it.
yeah, come into the come to the keeper, right? Assist your like your defenders. Like Saliba was lost. They were only pressing Saliba, by the way. They knew that they were going to be
I
having
am
a weak
seeing
point there. Yeah,
the momentum chart on Footmob, right? It was that first 5 to 10 minutes
that's it.
where Arsenal had that, I think, a triple save from
Trafford,
Trafford
No,
and
from Old Trafford.
Old
from Old
Trafford.
Trafford, and then yeah, I think after that it was probably like you could
One
say,
way.
and there was like at a point I think Usha and I were chatting also while we were talking about the game. You could see like Man City slowly by slowly like turning on the screw, right? Like they were okay taking 2-3 passes together, 3-4 passes together, and Arsenal was going back and back and back and back and not trying to do like a plan B counter attack or something of the other, right? Which was a bit surprising. Yeah.
The other thing that I also found very weird was Kepa was standing on top of the ball for like some 15 seconds every time he had it. I was like, why? It's like 8 minutes into the bloody final. Like, what are you trying to do? Like,
Oh,
it made
they were
absolutely no
even
sense.
saying that Raya would have been able to distribute better. There was
Nothing,
nobody to
dude.
distribute to.
Nothing.
Yeah, so I think like as Kepa, we can move on. Like, how much of this? I mean, I don't want to shift focus to Man City immediately, but how much of this is Pep's tactics? Like, Shravan, you called out, right? Like he had four. I thought like at that run of play, like Arsenal was almost like standstill. Like they didn't know where to move the ball and whom to pass. Do you think the ball genius deserves something for that?
He definitely did, because what happened between the first half and the second half, there was a world of difference.
Mm.
Like, at the end of the first half, I didn't feel like we were going to be outplayed the entire game. I didn't think that we would win, or even if we did, I think at that point I was thinking we might scrape through the game, just like how we did with Everton. But I swear I did not expect him to do what he did in the second half, and that clearly showed that there is a master and there's an apprentice, and Arteta still has a really long way to figure out how to beat Pep. I mean, this is like everyone will be like, oh, in the comments they'll be like, "Fuck you!" Like first win in 6 games and all. But he won when it mattered.
Yeah.
Point is very simple, right?
The final,
So
I mean,
that
at
he
least
should learn.
at least he put the best team out there, bro. Other than Donnarumma, Trafford was very good, and he put the best team
Who
out
did
there.
we not put out? Who did we not?
I don't
put out?
know,
We
like,
also played everyone.
Okay, so
I-
we are
I-
forgiving Kepa, but would you not actually want the best foot out there by starting Raya or not? Would you not?
Again,
do you
like,
not
dude,
think that?
I
Raya
wouldn't
we
care
just
about
spoke
that, dude.
right? I think we just
Yeah,
spoke about
it's just-
Raya not being there, right? Kepa got them to the finals, right? So
Sure, but
Well, we got ourselves to the finals because we didn't play anyone useful. That was
Sure.
point number one. Chelsea is also not useful, by the way, in this part. No, but no, it's not. It's not about Kepa, right? Like, I don't think the team could have been stronger. The only difference I would have said is Eze instead of Havertz, but Eze is injured, so I
He's
don't think
injured,
they
yeah.
could.
Yeah.
His
Eze was
hands
out,
were
yeah.
tied. But why the fuck don't you have a way to score a goal when you really need to? Like Havertz, if you see the very first shot in the triple save, right? He kept waiting till actually Trafford made his body big enough to cover the goal. I'm like, why?
That was
Just
the
fucking
second two,
shoot
right?
it.
Shoot,
Second two,
yeah.
two,
Yeah, just fucking shoot it. Like, what are you trying to do there?
I mean,
And then everyone's just blind shooting.
even
Controversial opinion.
Hey, already
Fucking
10 minutes.
fucking referees, man. Dude, in that first half, please someone explain to me. Okay, wait. 1 second.
7 minutes left, so let us finish this part and let him go. Otherwise, you have to move your call, by the way.
No, wait. So wait. So I agree. Okay, like all this while, I agree that we sucked, and there's no two ways around it. Look at some of the decisions that happened in the first half. 3 fouls by Bernardo Silva, not 1 yellow card. Like, I don't know, he kept doing tactical foul after tactical foul, no yellow card. That fucking Nathan Ake just basically took Saka and threw him aside like he was some beach towel.
Okay,
Nothing.
You finish. I end
Wait, dude, I have one more.
Mhm.
Who's the third guy who was already on a yellow? Kushner jumping on top of Kai Havertz. Why is that not a second yellow? I mean, nothing. Even I actually, you know what? I take it back. Even with that red card, we would have lost only, I think. So I think it's fine.
No,
Kuznetsov did nothing for the entire rest of the second half anyway.
I feel the ref
Exactly.
was bad overall, but I thought it was final. Like they typically tend to let a few things go, but I agree on the Silva. He
Yeah.
should have seen. I think Pusha and I were seeing what is it called, the Saka incident. I have a different opinion, bro. Like he was literally
He literally took him out, dude.
No.
he was
You can't be
backing
randomly falling on the
completely
guy.
into him,
Yeah.
literally with his shoulder, with his hands, like going back into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
he still
it was
looked like.
almost like
No,
Ake moved away.
I genuinely
and then-
appreciated the ref not giving a foul there. All these Arsenal players, they do this 100% of the time. Gabriel Saliba, you just put a finger on him. That's all. Oh my God. He fell down as if all the bones in his body
don't
have
think
melted down.
In this game on Gabby, maybe that one corner, right, where we saw Gabby was literally holding some player and like going into
Who's
it. Other than
Gabby?
that, I thought he had
Yeah,
a
Gabriel, bro.
decent
McAllister. There's some 3 Gabbies dude in the team. Which one are you talking about?
Gabby.
There's Jesus Martinelli.
The great Gabby. Who else will I talk about? Like
The great
Yeah.
Gabby. Like,
But yeah.
oh
so
my
for
God.
me, I think this I don't know, bro. Like I think we spoke about this on the pod. Maybe I'll bring that back up. Is this like that the same thing that I brought up previously, where the mode in which Arsenal is winning as games, right? Did that affect here as well? Because they thought they could bring in that same mode to a final, but when they needed to score a goal, the tactics is as clueless, right?
I don't actually know. I don't know what to say, but there was another thing that I've been seeing from the time we lost, and I was actively trying to avoid X yesterday because I didn't want to deal with any of this.
Can't.
But yeah, eventually in the night before I was sleeping, I was just scrolling through X, and there's this rubbish
Not
that
before
keeps
sleeping,
coming
man.
up.
Come on.
I mean, I have nothing to do while I'm like lying down on the bed and trying to scroll through my phone. Anyway, so there's this rubbish that I've been reading where everyone, and it's not even like just rival fans, even like Arsenal fans are now like, the momentum is completely with City and now they're going to steamroll Arsenal to the title. I'm like, let's just all take a step back. Let's just all calm the fuck out. That isn't going to happen. 9 points they're not going to cover. We had a bad day. We were just shit, and it just happened.
So I think Etihad game is the make or break still. Like I will tell it after that game once Arsenal have like won it.
I don't think
still
we'll
feel-
win. Again, my worry is we'll
So
go
win
there
or
to draw.
Yeah. So win or
Yeah.
draw, whatever it is, right?
A draw is
if
a win there
Arsenal
at this point.
if Arsenal don't take 3 points there, or if Arsenal don't get a point there, I think post that point I will say if the like momentum has moved or not, because I think that is the most important game, and now Pep has like a mental one up against Arteta already.
That's the issue,
that's a
right?
little too much now.
Can I believe in this team when they are in that pressure where, okay, if you lose a game, it's over for you? Can you believe your team when the Etihad game is like on the line, or even that game City wins, you are like 3 points from getting equal, and probably goal difference is going to matter at that point of time? Can you believe in your team in that pressure situation to churn win after win every game up until the end of the season or not? That's the biggest problem right now. I do not see them doing that. If they lose to
I don't
Etihad,
know.
if they lose at Etihad, there is a high chance that they're going to drop points again because they have too many fixtures coming up as well. So they're all crunch fixtures, right? So it's not going to be easy to keep churning out wins in Premier League after that loss. Mentality is going to be kind of low, and I don't know. So it's difficult.
I am going to take a moment here and shout out my friend's new FPL as a website, which talks about the difficulty score of remaining fixtures with all other. There are other things as well. Arsenal is at 3, okay, but Arsenal's difficulty is like getting better, as in like it's much more easier games down the horizon. Manchester City is like 3.55, so technically Man City have a harder run at this, but I still feel like no matter what it is, right? So Man City play a Chelsea next, which is Amarim 3.0 there, so that is
Hey, you never know, dude. You never know.
I mean, I know that's the hope from an Arsenal.
I am bleeding
fan
blue.
standpoint, like, but-
I am bleeding blue in 2 weeks.
But I think from then on, they also have Everton, who have a good Champions League spot, so they may come with some surprise. They have Brentford. Arsenal, dude, it's like I think your only biggest or
Newcastle
two biggest
after
thing are
this.
Newcastle and Man City,
City.
right? Other than that, you should.
Wait,
Technically,
last game of the season.
Steve-
Last game of the season, City have Aston Villa, by the way. They are also competing for a Champions League spot.
City,
So
Aston Villa, please don't tell me.
I know I precisely bought of that
City,
because I
Aston Villa, City will win, no doubt. Even
Except-
2-0,
especially on the
90th
last day.
minute.
in
2-0,
last
90th.
15 minutes left. 15 minutes left.
Anyway, let's not go. We are talking about Arsenal games.
I
By the way, bro, it's
precisely
8:30.
bought a
Are
Villa
you-
for that.
It's 8:30. Are you okay to continue?
Yeah, I can continue for 5 more minutes. 8:35 my call starts.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Okay. So let me ask you this. Last game day, Arsenal must win, Man City must win. Where would you put your $1 million bet?
I would put it on Arsenal, dude, because again, fixture rating is not that difficult for us. On the last, I think we were playing Brighton
Brighton, bro. Okay, cool.
at home.
That's only applicable to Liverpool, but anyway, we can leave.
No, are we playing Brighton? I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
I can look it up. Yeah. Coming back to this game again, right? Yeah. What is the sentiment on the your sentiment, Shravan, is like calm the fuck down. Like PL is sealed, and we still have two more trophies.
I don't know if I'll say sealed, but I don't think it's going to be a momentary shift. By the way, last game of the season we're playing Palace. Not Brighton. Palace away. That might be tricky. Fuck. Okay, now I don't know.
Glasner's send off for his old team or whatever, like all
No,
sentiment.
that's all fine. No, I don't think it is going to really affect us.
No.
Yeah.
Sporting is difficult, man. Bro,
Hey.
Sporting haven't lost at home, man. What are you saying? Hey, okay, wait, one second. Hasn't Sporting lost at home? Sporting haven't lost a game at home yet. We just got walloped, Ra. What do you mean we are
Against
best
Arsenal?
team in Europe.
Against Pep's genius.
And then still lost without seeing that. Second half we didn't even see the goal, no, dude. No, I think we hit the crossbar once. We hit the post once, yeah.
But I may want to bring back the conversation to Pep, bro. Pep is Pep. I feel as much as you can say I adore Man City or whatever love relationship Liverpool fan has. I think he shows up, dude, whenever it needs to. And I think there was a point in the game where I thought he outsmarted Arteta and Arsenal with some of his tactics.
Oh.
For sure, Arsenal also gave into it, obviously. They didn't come up with their
Easily.
own. But
that Doku was running rings around White.
I think that
it
one
was so weird.
Second shout out I want to give is
One more thing. What do you think about Cherki's kick-ups?
Kick-ups, huh?
So he was in the middle of the game. He was just teasing Arsenal
Oh,
players.
that
He was,
one,
doing the
that's
TP
cocky.
appeals.
Dude, it is not only that. First of all, we gave our haters all the content in the world, okay, to screw around. He's added one cherry on top of that. He is basically gone and said, yeah, I can go and fuck around with this team. And dude, did you see his stupid celebrations after they won the title? Fuck, I wanted to go through the TV and hit him, dude.
What did he do, man?
He's playing around like a fucking monkey, okay? I'm like, it's a Carabao Cup. It's not like you won the fucking World Cup. Get up from the floor.
Dude,
It's doing random ass shit.
I think Arsenal players and Arsenal fans would have been on the fucking moon if you won this trophy. Cherki is in exactly the same place where
100%.
He has not won it. He has not won something
that's true.
crazy. Yeah.
Fair
He has
Yeah,
every
but
right
I
to
didn't win. No,
celebrate.
I can say what I want. No. I can say it because I didn't win.
Cool. Another shout out.
There's the mentality, man.
Another shout out that I want to give is to Nico O'Reilly. What a
kid.
ridiculous, dude. I feel what a game from that guy. And I think seems like, dude, coming to a final and performing at that as level against the mighty Arsenal defense, I have to say here, is,
dude.
crazy.
That picture of Saka losing him, and then Saka basically puts his head in his
We
palms.
lost, no?
Yeah.
Every time we lost the ball also, there was zero urgency to run back and get it and all. Half the time we looked like we were playing with some dumbbells tied to our feet. I'm like, what? Why are you running
I mean,
so slow?
yeah,
Is
you
my
guys-
TV in
all-
After the first goal,
after the first goal,
when we
full
got
default.
defeated, it was like, oh, now we
Even
can't do anything.
Even before that much, there was a lot of pressure, right? So ball was going back and forth, always into the box. And Arsenal players, 11 players were there inside the box and just one player or outside the box or something. They have nobody to even connect and make a counter attack. There's nobody. It's just everybody sitting there. If you put at least 2 or 3 people outside and not park the bus so badly, you probably could have a chance at a counter, but nothing.
I actually think
No words
if we
for
had
this shit,
started
yes.
the game with Jesus, I feel like if we had started the game with Jesus, he could have made, or Martinelli, he could have made runs behind the highline defense that City was playing. I don't know if, obviously in retrospect, it all seems like, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that.
Yorkers
But
did nothing,
if
man.
it,
Okay, so maybe
I mean,
one more
I
thing
don't-
that I want to bring in for Arteta is why not throw in Dowman as well because he's who.
Why Pavam that child? Why you're going
No,
and
bro,
making him
like,
Oh,
cry?
suddenly he's Pavam now.
no, he's the
No,
best
we're
player.
losing. No, we're
No,
losing horribly.
no. So not even losing horribly, right? Because I thought the main thing Arteta and Arsenal didn't have was that
Creative this
yeah,
thing.
creative outlet, right? And he showed like 3-4 games
Yeah,
continuously. Like,
no.
why would you not
I
bring him in? Like,
I have a
He
feeling like if
has a
we were like
personal,
1-all.
he has
No, I
personal
feel like
experience,
if we were
Macha, with
1-all
Rio
or
Ingumova.
2-1.
sorry.
I know that. I know what I'm saying is if we were leading or drawing the game, I think he might have brought him on. But I think it's a right call when we were getting humiliated on the pitch not to bring on that
I
kid and try anything.
think there was a
Disagree.
point at like 80th minute where there was something happening for Arsenal, bro.
Oh.
Because at that point you nick a goal, right? Then I think one goal is
Things
enough.
change.
You don't need 2 goals, right?
Yeah,
That's how
maybe.
I saw it. Yeah.
Even against the Everton game, right? It was Dauman at least made that attack like something different. Who doesn't
Yeah,
He
yeah.
won them
get
the game,
rigid?
dude. That game, he
Yeah.
won them the game. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
100% he won. No, the bigger mistake was just starting Zubimendi in every game that he doesn't need to play in and not starting Nogard. Like Nogard hasn't put a foot wrong since he joined the club, and I don't understand
Has
why
he
he
put
cannot
his
get
foot
into this.
on the field? I don't even remember.
That's what he barely ever gets a chance. Like I don't get why we don't play him a lot more. He actually
Arteta
has
doesn't
done no
rotate
wrong.
anyway. Yeah, he just doesn't rotate that much. Yes.
Because if he had played Nogard, I don't think the first goal would have happened. Because Zubi was just too weak against O'Reilly. I don't understand how you are ahead of the attacker, but somehow give away the goal. Like it just
Yeah.
made no sense. Forget Kepa spilling the ball. That's one thing, but
No, but
we should have had
that's
that clear.
very unfair, man. So
Sorry,
he would have 100% expected Kepa to catch the ball there, man. Come on.
I know if
So would have O'Reilly, right? So would have O'Reilly. But he
No,
had
but
the presence of
attacker
mind
is
and the
always
physical.
there waiting for the chance. There is a
That's fine.
difference,
So
right? So yeah.
there's again, you're a defensive minded player. You need to be alert on the pitch to be like, oh, I need to be here in case something happens. You were there sitting there thinking it's fucking Pamplona and you could just bask in your sun. That it's not going to work, right?
one more player I want to highlight because it's a good time to highlight is Bukayo Saka, captain of Arsenal.
Zero.
What is going like? I'll share my views and you can say I'm a Arsenal hater or whatever it is.
No,
Like,
no, no, it's fine.
I have nothing against the kid, if I may say that like disclaimer. Dude, another big game, right? Where you expect him to take it by the horns and you expect him to who is that same O'Reilly, right? Who is like a, if I may say, makeshift left back. You expect him to run like rings around him and like move him around, etc. And then on that left side, he also had like Bernardo Silva, Ake, etc. Right? So for Saka, I would expect this to be like I would expect him to show up basically, if I may say that. And second point I want to say, which I think we have spoken in the past also, is the captain's armband weighing too much on him. Like, is that affecting him? We have seen this happen in cricket, etc. Right? Captain will not perform, etc. Is that too much for him? Does he have to just let that go to say a Declan and just feel freer to play? Right. So those are my two questions.
What did he do as a captain? Nothing. He does basically captain is just ceremonial on for any game in football beyond a certain point.
I would
He's
not
never a
agree
leader.
because I would bring in Hendo, Gerrard.
You don't
all
know.
of those.
I get it.
But they would have let it anyway, whether there is
Exactly.
a captain armband or not. They would have done that. Yeah.
They just happen to have the armband, but they are warriors known for having that fighting spirit. Bukayo Saka is not that person, which is why it doesn't really matter whether it was someone else was the captain. Sergio Ramos was still the leader, right? Eventually
Then
became captain, but still.
is that also now something that Arsenal and Arteta need to like change, right? Like
100%.
you have someone like Declan, you have someone like
Gabriel.
Gabriel, etc. Right? Like,
100%. We shouldn't have any of our creative players be the captain because they are not people leaders. Like Pusha was saying earlier, right? Like what the fuck was Declan doing in that game? I can't even blame him, man. He's been playing every 3 days since October. Like the dude has absolutely no rest. How much can you expect him to have a good game every time he plays? Yeah, it just happened to be a bad day. It happened to be a consequential game when he had this thing. But then again, like I said, right? Like even if he had won, does it mean that we will win the Premier League? We'll win everything? No. So what does this really mean in the context of the larger set of trophies that we have to win? You just have to have the memory of a goldfish and just go about, man. That's all I can think of at this point.
yeah, I mean, for Arsenal, they have to brush this aside, like, or they should have already brushed this aside if they haven't.
They started by not sending any of these jokers to the international team. That is
Dude,
that is smart number one.
Good.
Yeah.
Please do it. Keep doing it. Every team should do that. Everybody should get injured
Barcelona fan
right
because
before this.
I can't afford one more injury. Now let's
Anyway.
talk more shit. I'm just kidding.
No, bro. No. So I was holding back. Okay. The Arteta, bro, he's this what the fuck is this coaching, man? You can't say that, okay, we were playing so well last year and we lost it because we were trying to be like, looking good football or some shit like that. You lost, you won the game against Chelsea, you were shit. Not because Chelsea were parking the bus. You were parking the bus. You lost this game because you were shit. Again, you were parking the bus, not other
And
team.
if so even the games build up to this, right? So we have spoken about this. I don't know how much of this Shravan will agree. Like it's also the lead up to the games, right? Like for the past 5-6 games, you are playing this brand of football that is like whatever fans or like online can call it or whatever it is. Like it's hard, and I think we called it out earlier also. Like what will Arsenal do when they are a goal down and when they need a goal? Exactly what happened in
They're
the
desperate.
Carabao
Yeah.
Cup. Clueless. Like Saka doesn't know what to do. Trossard doesn't know what to do. There's no plan B. There's no long ball. Was Gyökeres even there on the pitch? I have no clue, etc. Right. So if you ask me, like as you shared, a lot of this is on Arteta. Like
Yep.
it's the manager's job to prep the players and make them be ready from the whistle get go. And I
Yeah.
felt Arsenal did that for 5 minutes, and after that, whatever happened, I have no clue.
Yeah. Again, so you can blame him a little bit for Kepa. Okay, Kepa made a mistake. I will consider that maybe he shouldn't have started, but he thought that
Yeah.
he would have he deserved that chance, right? So
Yeah. But like
fair
you said,
play.
the game wasn't lost
Yeah,
because of
it
Kepa.
was
Yeah. It was one goal.
before Kepa dropped that. The wave after wave after wave, the pressure City were putting the team through.
Yeah.
You can't put Kepa through that for like 60 odd minutes, man.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. None of your attackers are actually pressing for the ball. How was Cherki able to, after 2-0 down, by the way,
Yeah.
Cherki was doing this Kipia piece. How is he able to do that? Because you were
Yeah.
not even closing down. And
And-
Hinkapia gets yellow in the beginning.
Perfect point. Yeah.
It's over for Semenyo. Like
So-
he-
so I
he's
was
having a ball of a time.
You had a halftime, right? Why didn't you just
Yes.
replace Scala at halftime? Like, what was Arteta's move to win the game? Like, what did he do to force a win in the game, right?
Nothing.
I think
Absolutely
like
nothing.
Hinkapie, you could see right from the second yellow, Semenyo was getting the better of him. Hinkapie was
Yeah.
always a step behind, fearing of a
The second
red
yellow.
card or whatever. Halftime, where was the halftime change? Kala should have come in at halftime. Maybe Trossard also could have a left. Martinelli, some renewed energy. Do something to influence the win, man. That's what we have been asking Arteta to do long ago. Maybe
Yeah.
the one thing that he did recently was he brought us Dowman in the Everton game, and that made it happen. Like, but other
Yeah.
than that, yeah.
I mean, not playing Dauman, saying that he's a kid, maybe this is too much. No, these kids are different. There are some kids who are
He's
different.
won you a Premier League game,
Yes,
couple of them.
Yes.
So it's not
There
like
was
he cannot.
twice.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Yeah.
risen to the occasion, right?
Yeah, it's
But
not-
anyway,
that
yeah.
the kid deserved a little bit better. Like, at least in this game, he should have been on the pitch. That's by
Yeah.
default. Saka should have been off the pitch like 60 minutes or something like that. So
Yeah, but I think he has
He's-
too much star power, like to go out there.
what star boy, bro? Oh my god! Like, when are you ever going to wake up? These Arsenal fans, they keep hyping up every single. Even Dauman is good, but the hype they were giving for him,
He's not Lemmy.
it is unhealthy. Yeah, you've done all this stuff like Rice.
That is
the
English
best.
tax.
Yeah, the
It's
best
the same
midfielder
thing
of
with
all
Saka,
time.
Same thing with Dauman. Yeah,
Same shit. Like, okay, so maybe calm down a little bit. No, they
Maybe.
kept calling us haters. They kept calling us haters for pointing out the obvious things. Like, I kept saying that, bro, Saka is not even dribbling anymore. He looks like half of Salah.
You don't know football. Here, bro, Carabao
Yes.
Cup. What did your Salah do?
Seriously, bro. I mean, Gyökeres, this guy is so hot and cold. Where he scored that tap in the Champions League, like against Bayer
Yeah,
Leverkusen, and everything is forgotten. Everything is forgiven. Come on, man. Like, this is an FA Cup game where you should have been up there, like making the difference. Especially with City highline, like so high up there, nearly at the half line. You didn't do shit. You didn't even put a counter after going 2-0 down. There was one chance where they hit the post, but that's also offside. So it doesn't even matter anymore.
So shall we? I want your thoughts on how does this impact Premier League. Let's probably do like a breakdown, like lineup, like of the fixture list, right? So from here on, I think both teams don't play in the Premier League until 11th, so that's like 3 weeks. But then both teams play one FA Cup and one. Oh, sorry, only Arsenal. Sorry,
Arsenal has
Arsenal
2 more
play
games
an
before that.
Arsenal play an FA Cup and Sporting,
Yeah.
but Man City plays to Liverpool, right? So Man
Yeah.
City now has one tournament as less. So I feel Man City can. It's almost like the Man U thing, right? Like they can be fresher,
Prepare.
chunky, everything. I feel with Arsenal, I can see this is the exact parallel to what happened to Liverpool's quadruple run board, where we won the Carabao Cup with as kids and we just lost steam. Like there was fatigue, etc. I think what's working in Arsenal's favor is they are technically 9 points ahead. Sorry, technically, or if you do the math, 6 points ahead with
Best case
etc.
scenario
Right?
9,
So,
worst case scenario 6. Yeah.
yeah. What do you feel though?
I will tell you this, okay? His fears about Sporting are right. Sporting is not going to be easy, and there is also additional element of Jokeres doing all the drama at Sporting before coming to Arsenal.
Oh, the crowd. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, good point.
There is an additional drama associated with this specific fixture,
Mhm.
where it could get weird. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, advantage for Arsenal is that they have the second leg at home. If they don't screw the pooch in the like an at Sporting home, they don't have to worry about it that much. But I'm not saying that it's going to be easy at all. So, given every opposition they have had up until now, probably Sporting is like the easiest team to play for now. But Sporting is never going to be easy anyway. But the fact that I'm not even worried about Sporting game at this point. I'm worried about Bournemouth game. So Bournemouth are playing pretty decently, and
Oh,
they can pose this trouble because
but
they are
then it's
free
at
playing team.
Arsenal's home, right? Like
I don't think it matters anymore, bro. I don't think it matters anymore. It's like with the way things are going for Arsenal, in the sense that the way they're approaching the games, every game they have to be scared because of what just happened.
and
There's a
I
psychological fear
yeah, I
associated with
feel
these
that
games at
because
this
it's
point.
like they have seen this loss and they have seen this loss not after them playing so well. They have seen this loss after just being like outplayed, like
Yeah,
no plan B, etc. The
yeah,
only shining light in recent form is Ebrichi Eze to come
yeah.
into this game, and I don't think he single-handedly takes Arsenal to a whole new level unless and until like what Shravan pointed out, right? You find a way to rest Zubimendi, Rice in the FA Cup, and do some like rotation, etc. It's going to be
No,
hard.
this is the same fear that made Arteta so scared of rotation, by the way. Everybody rotates. City does rotate. City rotates heavily. And
Yeah,
for even sometimes they don't even have defenders. They just do whatever they have to do. But this
yeah,
aversion towards rotation, because he was so worried about dropping points at any point of time, it costs him towards the tail end of the season,
yeah,
where there is nobody to come back and pick up, because
yeah,
what
yeah,
is Dorman going to do? So let's say if something that
yeah,
needs
yeah,
to be changed immediately, right? He needs that game time more and more. What
yeah,
is
yeah,
Martinelli doing? Every time he comes on, it's the same thing as Trossard there, because they just
yeah.
do the same things. Yeah,
Same players basically. Yeah,
yeah.
dude. Bournemouth last 5 games, all 5 draws,
Yes,
and
they're unbeaten for a long time. Yes.
I think they're unbeaten in 12 games. But the last 5 games they have conceded, I want to say like 3 goals, which is like crazy. So they are on. They will be a tough nut to crack, I guess.
Yeah, it will be a tough game. That's what I'm saying, right? So there are 4 back-to-back Premier League games where they don't look that easy for me, at least for Arsenal. So Bournemouth, City, Newcastle, and Fulham. Any of these 4 can be very tricky. So after that it's simple. The relegation fodder: West Ham, Burnley, and
So,
last game is at
so my
Crystal
thing is
Palace.
like
Yeah,
if Arsenal, yeah, I think the same point, maybe repeating it one last time. Another drop point in PL, I think this team may not recover from it because it will get it's I feel at some element it's already gotten into their heads that will
yeah,
become a bit too much at that point.
yeah. That's the worry right now. So they have like a +7 goal difference with City 1 game in hand. If depending on what City does in that 1 game, we may see like it'll be either a tighter goal difference or not. And when you play against City, that's like a double damage, right? So any
Six
plus there
point, yeah,
is a negative for you. So
yeah.
yeah, and 7 might look nice right now in terms of goal difference, but after that 1 game, and then after the overturning of the Etihad thing,
That will also become
you
closer.
are it's going to get very, very close. And the last game, the advantage is that if you keep the 3-point lead until the last game, Crystal Palace, even if it is tougher, I think they would probably have an idea saying that, okay, Aston Villa game is not going to be that drastically changing in terms of goal
Yeah.
difference, so they can relax a little bit. But
Well,
my
yeah,
worry is before they even get to the last game,
yeah,
there are
it
some
may look bad. Yeah,
hurdles.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think another thing I missed like bring up when Shravan was there. I also want to talk about Arsenal fan base sentiment, right? Dude, it's never fun for a fan club to walk out of the stadium, let alone in the final, right? Like I
Yeah.
understand you have like high expectations, high hopes, etc. I'm not calling out Arsenal specifically. Like I'm sure like Liverpool has done it, etc. But any fan base, right? Like give the kudos, dude. They came second at the end of the day. Sorry, I didn't, that's not a jab, but yeah, anyway, I think I've called this out earlier as well. It's like a sine curve with Arsenal. Next PL game, if they win against as Bournemouth, it'll be, hey, Arteta is the man, give him 5 years tomorrow. But if he loses, I don't know where they go from.
I have the opposite feeling, Macha. Only Arsenal fans can still justify the shitty football they're playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Imagine sitting in that ground thinking that you're the best team in the Europe, and the guy who just got ass whooped by Madrid 2 years in a row. This is probably 2026 City is probably one of the worst cities you could have ever come across.
Inconsistent, like, so you can say inconsistent, right? Similar to last
Inconsistent.
year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and Haaland out of form. He can't buy a touch inside the box anymore, let alone like scoring goals. You're facing this team and you were dominated, except for the last first 15 minutes or something like that.
5 10 minutes.
Dominated in the sense they literally pinned you down and they did whatever the fuck they wanted to do. It is embarrassing to think that you come into the stadium. We are the best team in the Europe because we are showing it. We are top of the Premier League. We came top in the Champions League, and we have a very good round all the way to the finals potentially, barring like a crazy weird game with Barcelona. And you come into the stadium with that feeling, and you do that. That is your display. I would have been all Arsenal fans are rightfully embarrassed at this current state. What Arteta has put them through in that game alone. Yes, they will dust it off and they'll go back and once they start winning
Try to
again,
win.
they'll feel a little better. But every single person, every single team member there, including Arteta, have let their fans down in
So do
that
you think
game very badly.
do you think this is maybe like a, if I may say, like a wake up call they needed to, like, hey, get your shit together for the next two, like the next run of games, right? Because you can't keep winning the Everton way or like the Everton game, etc. And you clearly can't do that to a team like Man City, right?
I think they had 3-4 games like this, but they didn't
Yeah.
wake up. But the thing is that
No,
they
but they won, right? They got results in those games. So that's what I'm saying. Like those,
sure, but that's what I'm.
there
The
was no
thing is that
adversity in this game.
there's this weird mentality of the same thing they keep repeating. If you can't win, don't lose the game. That works in the league, but it does not work in the knockout games.
Yeah.
Knockout games are like or the title finals. So they're
No,
a
but
whole
then
different
now,
beast. But they did play like that only. They played as if they were playing a league game. I was like,
yeah.
let's park the bus, let's take the 0-0, and what? After that, what? You're gonna rely on Kepa for penalty shootout? You know the record of that guy?
So even I think the point that you make is fair in terms of these are not league games, but now from now till the end of the season, almost every game becomes like a
It's a
knockout
final.
game. Like you have to
Yeah.
win. Like you have to go to Man City and you have to win, because if you don't win, you have to go to Newcastle. You have to win at Newcastle, etc. Right? Yeah. Ah, okay, let's maybe like wrap the segment. I guess we don't have Shravan to give his prediction. Are you still standing in your prediction of Man City nicking the Premier League, or
Yeah, for now, man. I don't see any reason to change it for now because purely because they still have to play each other. That's all.
yeah,
I still feel like there is another twist in the tail for now, and
yeah,
Arsenal are not helping themselves in giving any kind of confidence to their fan base or even the haters.
haters?
Like,
We are haters. Cheers, guys. To the haters, the anti-Arsenal agenda, dude. We called out the same shit from 2 pods ago, man. We are saying Arsenal is not trying to play like counter football. Arsenal is not trying to play the game. Saka is not like helping himself, etc. Arsenal hater. You didn't you see the Carabao Cup? Like now you are saying the same thing that we said. I want to go back to our Insta and like take all those tweets, all those reply comments. I'm like, bro, now what? Now what? Now what?
no, the most annoying excuse I've come across is that like we play boring football because everybody is parking the bus. Like, but what about when you park the bus? What about the teams where they don't park the bus and they're actually trying to attack you and you park
Yeah.
the bus? What happened then? You
Yeah.
can't use that as an excuse for your shitty footballing methods at that point of time. I don't know, man. This guy is just so weird. Arteta is. This was not there like last season. They only did that against City. That's all they did because they knew the gravity of the game and everybody was appreciative of getting a draw there. And
Yeah.
that actually made me feel like so bad. Like, this is your biggest game. Like, look at how on the same day we had the final, there was Madrid Derby.
Yeah, yeah.
Please, all you Premier League fans, Arsenal fans, just go watch any of these big games in any of the other turn. Even the if you don't consider Dortmund or Bayer Leverkusen as the bigger games, bigger teams in Bundesliga, just go watch that football game. They are so much more
I,
entertaining. There is a lot
if I
more
may,
game there.
if I may say, the last entertaining Premier League rivalry was Klopp versus Pep. But
Yeah,
anyway,
hands down.
dude, I think, yeah, to wrap this up, right? Yeah, I need to see the Man City game to change my opinion. I need to see Arsenal come thrashing Man City there, and to feel like, okay, there's no more, like, it's sealed, right? PL. I think I will edge out Man City right now because one less competition. FA Cup is just like 3 more games, so that's okay. But Arsenal, the pressure of CL, the pressure of like being in 3 more competitions. I have seen this happen to Liverpool, etc.
And
I may
fucking hell,
want
bro,
to
there's
go
a
ahead.
chance that they might face them again in FA Cup.
Who?
That
Man City, yeah.
City and Arsenal, they may face each
Oh
other
yeah,
again
yeah.
in FA Cup.
If we lose to them, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
It's like
this dude
the
can
forced
ruin
El
his.
I need to get fucked. I need to get fucked by Pep. I need to get fucked.
There is a potential that Pep is going to basically write
Mon.
PTSD on the heads of all of the Arsenal, players and the fans. Please, you beat this team black and blue 5-1. That last time, you actually won, with MLS scoring. This was a beautiful game because you went and took the game to them.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You have
Oh,
that
that
capacity.
like final, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 5-1 or something like that. Yeah, I think it's 5-1. But yes, it's even the other game, right? So Arsenal went a player down, and that's why they were trying to do the low block or park the bus. I still appreciate that, but this
There's no
kind of
reason to do it
performances.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and especially the weakest City you have come across, the Kushinov got yellow so early in the game. You had all the time in the world to actually make something out of this game, but you refused to do so
In the
for
exact
whatever
opposite,
reason.
Henkapi got yellow. You saw what happened there, right?
Yeah.
I was actually going to end with a tweet that I thought was from Thierry Henry praising Pep and like screwing Arteta, but I just realized it's fake. And
Oh.
but anyway, I'll read it. What the hell? Okay, Thierry Henry and Pep Guardiola, fake guys. This is fake. That's the difference. Pep doesn't chase the game; he controls it. Pep is a genius. You don't outthink the master, and Mikel Arteta will always be his student. Did Henri
Always the
say this or
Padawan.
no? You decide. But this is what I'm quoting from Grok.
Always the Padawan, never the Jedi.
Dude, if they cannot win the PL, right? The meltdown, man. I cannot.
No, I don't see any reason to. I mean, I used to think that there's no other better manager out there. But if you're doing this with this team after spending $1 billion, you won what? COVID was the last time they won the trophy, FA Cup.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a completely different 11 back then by the Aubameyang
I
and
think
all
then
those people were there
the
at that point of
perfect
time.
the perfect replacement is Luis Enrique.
Yeah,
Cool.
maybe.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see when we get there. Cool, man. With that, let's wrap it up. Thank you, viewers, for staying with us.